Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore Ginto, back again to the roots of today. And today I've received much of the intimidations and also I've received much of the information from Cecil Bogo. And the real fact is I don't have to this kind of the fucking bullshits that going to be coming out with this kind of the psychopaths that going to be bringing to my own affidavit. And what I can just tell this kind of the people is one-on-one is this way. So Mr. Cecil Bogo, wherever you are, I'm not interested with the stupidity and nonsense, because you cannot send me a letter that you are just sending me a letter that is coming through my own WhatsApp and thinking about you're gonna be making other things that are gonna be this and this and this. I'm not interested with this kind of the stupid law firms you are just using, which are not even accommodatable to my own affidavit. You are just coming talk about, oh, it is a letter from I don't know where, and don't know. Even I don't read such kind of the sheets which cannot even give me any kind of attention, which is very stupidical, very funny, and we can just call it a gunic things that you are just bringing out as an ordinance, and which is whenever we calculate our own portfolio as we are not interested with that one. If you are interested with the past, go and be interested with the past, but not its Gintu. Whenever you come to Gintu, now you are just touching other businesses, because now you want now Gintu to come out clearly and tell you who you are, because if you want Gintu now to come out and tell you who you are and where you are just living and where you are living in the USA, I can just tell. Even I have your phone number. Don't think I'm just a small boy the way you think. And if you think all the people are just small boys like the way you are using the stupid law firm, which is not even coming to categorize my own affidavit. It's the same way I told Pass whenever she came to tell me that, Gintu, do you know what? I've received a letter from this Mr. Cecil Bogo talking about, oh, we're going to be refiling, I don't know what and what and what, we have to adjust and talk about this and that and this. We are not interested with that one. So the only thing that you can just don't think about, you just send letters to Caro, you send letters to On Trending, you send letters to a Pass, you send letters to every kind of an individual, and think about now you can send it to Gintu, that you can just stop Gintu, because you have had now much of the stupid videos that you are ever sending, and just the videos that you are exposing your own munjulus, which is just, we can call it a cucumber, and think about we are just going to vamoose our own selves and talk about, oh, now this kind of a person, oh, because now this kind of the lady has been sending this and this and this and this. Now you want to bring it out thinking Gintu is intimidated. I have the video, I have even your cucumbers, how they are wilting. So it doesn't come to my own reasoning that people can come out and talk about, oh, Gintu, this kind of a person is now going to file a case. Go and file. You are just a defiler. You are just a molester. And you are coming here to talk about, oh, now you want to intrude Gintu and know that now the things are going to be coming out clearly. I'm something else. I'm NBI, Nyabuhanse Bureau of Investigation. Do you want me to tell you the name of your daughter? Do you want me to tell you the name of your wife, starting with H? Do you want me to tell you the phone number that you are using in the house? I have everything. So don't think that we cannot get everything from you. The fact is one. If you want us, and it was a little bit, I wanted to give Percy the number so that she can call and your wife can receive the phone call and be told that this is the stupidity that you are coming to Kenya to do. And right now you think about, oh, now you can insinuate Gintu, you can just do this and this. I'm not interested with the psychopathic and stupidity of the highest order, because I'm not a person who can just come out and talk about, oh, now I'm just pointing you with a finger that, oh, you are just a this and that. I'm not interested in such kind of the single acknowledge, something that is not even, you are just going to look for a person who is not even a graduate in terms of law. You are now talking about, do you know how to write this and that? You are writing to me a WhatsApp, yet whenever you wanted to invite me, you called me. Why can't you call me and tell me, Gintu, have just found that I can just file the case and do no. I'm not interested. I saw even much of the people here called Morai is talking about Gintu and I don't know who and Mogesi and this and then this kind of stupid goon is now coming out, which is Mr. Bogo, is now talking about, oh, now this kind of the person. No one is running. Guys, I'm starting my home here right now and no one is running every time I am at home. And right now I have a very big enemies, and they're now coming out to talk about, I've received very many intimidations, talking about, even just imagine starting a house, it's becoming a complication to much of the people, talking about, you know what, coming to Nyaboanse, people are telling me, oh, we're going to be coming for you, we're going to be firing you. I'm not interested with small boys. And I'm not interested with such kind of, I told people this is the obvious thing I always tell this kind of the people. Maybe they have ever been seeing Gintu talking and also walking here and there, doing my own things. I'm not interested with anyone. In terms of talking about, oh, I have to go and look for this, I have to go and look for this, I have to go to Nasto, I have to go to this, I have to go to Mapopo, I have to go to Gaki, I have to go to I don't know where, so as I can just begin to. No, I can build myself while I am me. And the fact can come out. I'm not like the Cecil who is just running from Jamaica, running from, I don't know, United States, and coming to Africa and come to molest. Very stupidity of the highest order. And coming for the only one reason, to come and interrogate and spherically turn the West, which is fire west, and talk about, oh, the wilting cucumbers, they're just hanging carelessly, which is loosely attached, hanging carelessly, and we can call it irregular in shape, and talking about, oh, I'm Cecil Bogo, I'm just here to do this. I'm not interested. If you have just already shown your private parts to some of the ladies, which are they leaking to everyone? Now you are thinking about you are nothing. And that's why you are silent. Even look at Kenge himself. He was supporting you, and you are ever doing some of miscellaneous effect, promoting his own development to his own area, and not only developing your area, but you have bad eyes, and you are coming to Africa to entertain with 508 USD and complaining about, I will do it no more. Very stupidity of the highest order. Nobody is interested with that one. And whenever we talk about you are coming to insinuate our own whenever we calculate our own affidavit, let's talk about this kind of the affidavit. We have found much of the catalogenic things that are hindering our own emotions not to occur simultaneously the way we needed it to occur. And this kind of the abstract that just sending to our own people, so as, oh, this kind of the thing gonna be happening that way, this one gonna be happening this way. You are just putting us to some of the letters, writing some letters to me, thinking about I can just go to a law firm here. We have law firms which are going to take our own position. I told you I have a lawyer. I have lawyers, my friend. Not only a lawyer from Kenya only, I have much of the lawyers. So if you think about, you can just talk about, oh, Gintu is somebody, you can just come and talk about, oh, I'll come and hinder, I'll come just and do this. I'm not interested in such kind of the irresonant things. And the fact is one, I've seen, and most of the things, whoever is driving this kind of the things is Kenge, always. Kenge is coming out clearly to talk about, now he has seen much of the Zaga from Irene with the Percy. Now Kenge is now coming in, and that's talking about, you know what, this kind of the girl is speaking the truth. The other lady, she's so this and this and this. But they know each other. They know how they were doing this. Because there's a time, I can just talk about Kenge was everly relying on Percy to go and weave him the hair. And whenever it reaches and retouch the hair, something like that one. And whenever it reaches at a time, now Percy was outcasted like somebody who is not even known to this kind of the regime. And what happened from that kind of the position? Kenge is now manipulating because he knows that he wants to control Percy from A to Z. He was to do everything to control her. But whenever she got much of the links and she's talking about it's coming from Irene. Irene introduced her to this kind of the stupid Nordic photos to be sent from one position to another. What is now coming out clearly? Now they're now roasting themselves. They are talking about this kind of this and this. And she's crying, not crying, this and this, how the money went and up to date. Now I've seen they're now trying to put out much of the people who are talking about some of the people who are in, we can talk about in Australia, in UK, in I don't know where. So much of the videos, people are talking about they are going to frame this kind of the people. But to the reality, this kind of the lady called Paz, she's not always correct and direct to the point. She is talking about, yes, I did it, but she is not coming out clear to tell people that this is the man who ever sent videos to me, who ever did this and then this to me. But the fact is, She's lying to everyone. She's lying to the eyes of the people. And Irene, whenever she's coming out to talk about it, they were together. They were eating together. But right now, they're just talking about, I was warning her. Now I have turned to tell this kind of the person this way and this and this way. So they are just psychopathically, they're just thinking about the people are just fools outside here. So the fact is one. They know each other, because whenever they were going to the river to put their own buttocks, to hinge their own buttocks at the river and talk about we are just swimming, and they are showing people their real body, how it's being covered, and showing the people that they have bam bam. They were just enjoying themselves, but they never knew that they were stimulating people's, we can call it people's stimuli, and they were just reacting about, oh, if I can get this kind of a person who has this kind of the buttocks this way, it's gonna be very fantastic. If I got such kind of a lady who has this kind of the boobs this way, it's gonna be fantastic. If I get this kind of a lady, look at the figure. You are intruding, you are extruding, you are putting people in tempers and putting people into temptations and showing them the video while you are just putting your buttocks this way, so as you can just show them that, oh, the buttocks are moving out. And whenever it comes to the reality, whenever they call you and you leave there your phone number and talk about, you even writing the phone number at the top of the buttocks there, talking about if you want now this kind of the material, now call this kind of the number so as you can just talk. And whenever they call, then you start communicating. Look at now, the Kenge family was included in. Now the Kenge family was talking about, Percy, continue coming to my home. Oh, because they were communicating themselves. They know what they were communicating. They know what they wanted. Because maybe Percy has something very legit to their family. Maybe that family has something legit to Percy. And that's why they were sharing their own things. Because you cannot know why is Lady J chasing Percy, but the mother, who is the con mom, she is acknowledging Percy to go to her home. There's something which is contradicting there. And whenever Kenge is calling, Kenge always call her. And right now, Kenge is coming out to talk about, oh, this kind of the lady, she's a manipulator, she's a liar, she's a scammer. I don't know. But to the real sense, whenever we come to clarify everything, to put it in a straight panel, to put it in a straight and a horizontal way, all of these people, they know each other. What are they doing? How are they doing it? And how they ever did it? It's the same now. People want us Gintu, want Mogesi, want Ernesto, because of the three amigos. We want now to run in fear, and they're coming out with some of the stupid allegations that they're coming to talk about now. This kind of the three, you will see it. It's going to be coming. People talk about, oh, they're in a run. I don't know what and what. No one is running, and no one is to be intimidated, because we have ever been intimidated since when we talk about the reaction. And every kind of the insinuation is coming from father people who are just reactors also, and they're just psyching it. And I saw it. It's going to be coming, because the same reactors who are reacting, they're going to be turning again to talk about now this, the three amigos, how it was the NBI right now. It's going to be broken out. And whenever they don't see Mogesi, they don't see Ernesto in my channel, and we are not sometimes together, I have much of the things to run. I'm not interested with talking about, oh, this kind of a person is in Nyaboanse, we have to meet, I have to meet Masubo, I have to meet I don't know who, I have to meet I don't know who, because we are reactors. It doesn't reflect that way. And now they want now to formulate their own team and talk about now they have to fight Gintu because of what? Because they have seen something they have never seen. Because I'm doing something which is more legit, which is more than what they expected. What am I talking about here? They know that, oh, guys, when I told you, and this is what is giving people headache. Like right now, it's 6. It's 6 in the evening. Let me show you. It is 17:58. It is 17:58, approaching 6. I'm still at home. I'm contentizing here. And from here, I'll go and shower because I'm from the work. I go to sleep. I don't go to town. I don't go to clubs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't sniff. So somebody's coming here What I only like, I like kitchen. Whenever you find me with the hats here, you find me in the kitchen. So I'm just wondering with people whom I'm not even meeting to the clubs. I'm not Sejo. I'm not going to meet anyone in the club. I'm not making some shenanigans in the club. I'm not going to shout in the club. I'm not going to town and talk about, oh, this and this and this. But I'm just wondering, people think about, oh, Gintu is a stupid person, this one, this one. No one will ever get my brain how it is. I operate with my own affidavit, nobody's affidavit. And when I talk about it, now it's becoming as a chaos. Now now it becomes like Mr. Cecil Mbogo is now coming out to talk about this kind of the people I think they're separated. Try it. You will know that we are still together, but collecting data. Because we have received much of the names that this kind of the people are the ones who are sending the noodles. They are sending stupid, carelessly hanging cucumbers to some of the ladies in Nyamuhasi. They are accepting their own stupidical, and also we can talk about their unametrical and ordinatial things that are not even to expose. They are exposing them to everyone because of a girlfriend or a boyfriend, which is Nsense of the highest order. And whenever we stick to our own points and talk about who is Gintu, let me tell you a story here. Gintu has been chased with the police. Gintu has ever been beaten with mob justice. Gintu has ever been done with every kind of the insertion. I've done security departments. Do you know that? Gintu is a chief. Gintu is a farmer. You hear that? Gintu is a driver. Gintu is a loader and offloader. Do you get me? Gintu is a fish farmer. Gintu is a poultry farmer. My persons, if only agriculture is a problem to you, can you get my own courses? So I have done things to evolve and to become who I am. Right now, I'm just working from home and people are talking about, oh, Gintu is this way, Gintu is this way. The same reactors, I'm telling you. And now they think about, now they can just shift. And people are just waiting to get about, oh, Gintu, what is happening to Gintu's family. You ever seen it? People are just going to comment in Mogesi's channel talking about, oh, Gintu, go and be shown. And this is what is now, they think that they can just kill Gintu's morale. And they're just going to this kind of the channel, jumping here, talking about, oh, you make sure that, oh, this and that and these are happening. Guys, I have so many videos that we are ever doing and I'm not posting them. And the fact is one, if you think, I ever told people, the only time that you have come to know my only 5% and not even reaching to 10, it's only getting how I am living and we are just interacting and making other own things. But I've ever told you about me. I've told you about 90%. If I tell you I'm not smoking, I'm always staying at home. Very cool. I have dogs here. They're sleeping at me with me here. Because of what? They know that they are safer unto my own hands. They know that this kind of the person I'm just with. And that's why I'm always telling people. That's why you saw Kenge ever chased me from the villa. Because of what? He knew my own timing and he knew my own aptitude and or we can call it attitude that I'm having towards whatever you are just giving me. And whenever it teaches at a time, now you want to hinder my own emotions because you want to talk about, oh, this kind of a person, why is he getting some influence and is just leaving me hanging? But the fact is one, that people think about, oh, Gintu gonna be this way, gonna be that way, gonna be this and this. It doesn't matter. What matters is, are we going forward? What matters is, I was ever been attacked with the demon. I was ever been attacked with Gunmo coming to my fish ponds there. I was ever been at my greens that I planted in the fish pond. They were even sprayed with some of the roundups. And nobody is just going to be intimidated and talk about they're going to break my heart. No one is going to break my heart. Because of what? I have my own standards. Talk about when I went to Kenge's home, I was called there with the conman. I was told with the demon filming a video talking about you, I don't want to see you, you are a very bad boy, even I never give you a shout out, I don't know why you are acting this way, dad, this kind of a person is using me, is using my name, I don't want this kind of a person, I don't know even what he has come to look at my home, I don't like him, dad, and the condad is there talking about, tata, I don't know this kind of the people how they are living. Kuria people are so bad. I don't want to see this kind of the people and the creatures in front of me. This is what even the government doesn't require such kind of the people to appear even in front of a person. I was about, oh, so I have a mistake here. And I was sent to go and do some work there, which is more relevantly that they could not do it. But I could not be, because if it could be another person, he could have left everything and talking about do it alone. But I was there for a mission. I knew what I was looking for. I had to be hinged. I had to be squirmed. I had to be done every kind of essential thing that they need to do. But I could not be broken out. And even right now, whenever we do videos with Mogesi, I do videos with this. There's some people coming to Mogesi's channel talking about this kind of a person is a bad person. Why are you interacting with such kind of a person? I don't know what and what and what and what. You are using I don't know what and what and what, which is so psychopathic, which is a reason why now we can just talk about the Kenge subscribers are getting in so they can just challenge other people's brains and talk about, oh, Gintu is challenging you, Gintu is doing this, Gintu is doing that, and why are you associating Gintu to this kind of the platform? You are just three people who, and you can think if it's Kenge who is having some channels, or we can find it's Mawera, which is Mawera. Ever I talked about Mawera, stop your stupidity, when he was just posting, and whenever he want to comment, he commented like Mbosi Amboka. I ever knew it because I was there. Let me tell you this kind of a story. There's a time I went to look for a cow, to purchase a cow, which is a dairy cow. From my home here, I went to Eldoret. And Eldoret, I met one of a person called Why Not Kibe. Why Not Kibe told me that, bro, you have reached. He came with a motorbike and picked me from town and told me, no. He told me, hey, where are you? I told him I'm at a petrol station somewhere. And Kibe told me, hey, bro, read the tallest house that is near that area. I read one of the tallest building. I've not remembering it. And I read the name and told me, oh, you are down there. Now, the same road. Are you looking to that kind of that tall house? Yes. Now turn 360 or turn 180. I turned this way. And he told me that, have you seen the upper road? Exactly. Take a border. It's 50 shillings to where I am. And tell them, reach at a point called, I don't know, I even have just not recalling such kind of a club. And told me, you just come to this kind of the club. Stand there. I'm there. Then whenever I just came out from that kind of the position, a motorbike rider, do you know this kind of the area? Yes. Dropped me there. I found the Kibe, pap. It was Kibe, it was Mawera, it was Miss Kate. What another guy? I don't know, Miss what. There's a name. I'm not recalling it. Very fantastic. I don't know, Miss what. They were there. And they just hugged me. We ever cherished together. I never knew the Mawera was there in Eldoret. Then Kibe told me that let's go to the house. I was having cash money. I was carrying cash money for buying the cow so as I can come back with it. Then the same day, I was told that, hey, bro, let's go to the house, stay, get there the bags and something like that. There's a room already because I had noticed him. I'm going to Eldoret, so to purchase a cow. So whenever I reached, they had booked a house already and I paid. And I was told, now this is your house. We left it there, closed. Then we went outside for a little bit cherishment so as you can just jump a little bit and come back. Kenya. Twakaribishwa, oh, wageni wote, hakuna matata. Exactly. So we are banjukaring there and there. Then the following day I was told, now we are going to look for a cow in a specific hatch. ranch. Yeah? So whenever we went to big ranches, big ranches, very big ones, because most of the civil services people who are doing working with the government of Kenya, they have invested with such kind of the ranches, very big ranches, very big. So we went to such kind of the ranches, and we were told the cows was too expensive. Then I called one of the brokers and told him, I want a cow in a specific, whenever you get them, call me or give me a photo. So when we came back, because we never got, because the cows were so expensive for us to purchase. So when we came back home, in the night, I received a call with this kind of a person who is a broker and told me, I have got a cow tomorrow morning. Come to Nandi Hills. Nandi, I don't know where. Names that I cannot recall. Come to this kind of the position. I have your cow, very fantastic. Now I asked Kibe, do you know this kind of an area? Told me, yes, I know this area. And I asked about how much is that one? Send me the photo. The guy sent me the photo. I saw it was a very good cow. It's now the helmet I'm having here at home. And I talked about, hey, Kibe, how do you see this one? Kibe told me that's very fantastic. How much? It's this and this money. Then I talked about, okay, Kibe, now we can just go and then so as tomorrow, whenever we wake up, one way, because it was a market of cows. Then we went to a club a little bit, dance there a little bit, then shake there, looking at people's how they are just walking. Yes, I am continuing how to talk about this number 1, 2, 3, how the girls are walking there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shake there. Things got very fantastic. Then the same day now, whenever we're coming from there, now we were like how many people? 5 people. We are 5 people. Me, Kibe, Mawera, Miss Katie, and the other lady, Miss what? I don't call that kind of a lady in the name, but I'll ever recall it. Then we just sat out there to eat some French fries. It was a fast food. And we talked about, okay, we can just eat whatever, we can just feed so we can just go and sleep. Then Mawera was a little bit drunkard. Told me that, hey, bro, how is the Bohanse? The Vira, you remember from Kirinyaga, we went with some fish from Kirinyaga. It was a story. Now he told me, there's something which is so celebrity and it has never been recognized, and I want to open a YouTube channel. And I asked about, hey, Mawera, what do you want to have a YouTube channel? Which kind of a YouTube channel again? He told about, I want now to start a YouTube channel called Mbosiamboka. Hey. I was like now flabbergasted. And I asked, why have you thought about you call yourself a dog, which is not fed with talk about the Kenge firstborn, talk about the Gunmo, they're not even feeding such kind of a dog. And they talk about it's a dog which is very known, because whenever Kenge is going there, is ever coming with it, the babies, they are known. It's a known dog in the platform. And I talked about, okay, and he created a YouTube channel while I was there. And whenever I saw such kind of a comment, one day I was posting a video and I saw a comment which was negative, and it was Mbosiamboka. I addressed him, talking about, hey, bro Mawera, don't use Mbosiamboka. That is the name that we created, and I was there. You created it, I was there. And you saved it. And you talked about you're going to be using it as now preparing some food. So as you are preparing yourself to come to the villa and prepare some food and call yourself Mbosiamboka and come and give what? And give such kind of the dog and start doing some videos to train that kind of a dog, because that dog was ever known. So some of the people are creating some of the names which are attacking us, but to the real fact, they are Kenge fraternity. You can find the sausage girl has another YouTube channel, or has another name in the YouTube. We talk about the underwear lady, she has another. So whenever we are just posting, they are posting to the videos that we have reacted to them, and they're talking about you, this and this. But the same they are commenting. So every YouTuber, and I'm telling you, every YouTuber in Nyabuhanse, they are having names, different names. You can find a bombastic name. Think about is a Muzungu. Now you will think, hey, he's an underwear lady from Nyabuhanse here, or is a sausage girl from Nyabuhanse. So they are ever doing such kind of the things. So whenever I tell you this kind of the things, we have already seen them onto the platform. I knew them, and I know such of like 5 names from Nyabuhanse. the name of which was this kind of a boy is called who? The Kenya driver has ever been using. I know it. Talk about Gake has another name. I know it. Talk about Hello Pengo has another name. I know it. Who else? And Mawera, I knew it. So whenever they text and I see such kind of a comment, I just call the guy or I text the guy, stop your stupidity, my friend. Why are you using this kind of the name so as you can just attack me? And I know you. So the fact is one. So whenever a person is coming to tell Gintu, I'm going to intimidate you, I'm just feeling like this kind of a person is lacking, is insane, lacking some common denominator, or the common denominator is not working. So a person coming from United States, coming to Kenya, intrude Kenya, come to live in somebody's house, very stupidico, and come and shake his own cucumbers and pears in somebody's bedroom, in somebody's bed, which you never participated to buy, and coming out to talk about, oh, Gintu this, Gintu that, Gintu those. And you invited me to make sure that I'm going to make sure that everything you're doing in the village, I'm not going to expose it. Very stupidity of the highest order. That's why I'm telling you, there's no one can ever buy me, and there's no one can ever intimidate me as far as he is in concern. Why am I talking such kind of the thing? It's one. Much of the people are coming out to talk about insinuations, talk about a little bit, whenever we talk about perseverance of some of the unconditional circumstances that are going to be outbreaking, or by folding their own, or throwing us into an imbroglio, or doing some inflammatory things like throwing us to a pogromatic something. And people think about, oh, whenever I talk about this way, whenever I talk about the law firm, whenever I talk about the police, they think about they're going to be insinuating us. I saw Lady J yesterday, and he was talking about this and this, and I found that even I ever told you, this kind of the people, whenever they're not addressed, they're going to be grabbing everything. But to the real fact today, let me tell you, I've seen a video that Ernesto has put it, and also he was talking about the brother, they want to sell a land with the father. Why am I saying so? This kind of the Kenya fraternity is using liquor to give this kind of the people and make sure that they are selling every kind of a property to them. Why am I saying so? It's because of poverty. It's because of the poorness of the family. Not that is the only poorness. This kind of the people, they have lands, yes, but they don't have capital to start up something. Why can't the Kenya fraternity take a little bit of something and talk about, let's invest, or let me cultivate this kind of land and I'll share with you. But people prolong to go and sell the lands and come outside and dance and finish the money. Then they go back, talk about, oh, my land was grabbed, my land. It was stupidity. And we are not going to entitle such kind of the stupidity while you are eating the money, you are enjoying, moving from one club to another, dancing from one position to another. But whenever it comes to the reality now, whenever now you have eaten all the money that you bought it, now they bought it, now it's finished, you are coming out to tell about, oh, Gintu, you know, these people, they told me, they went and put me in liquor, and whenever I was drunk, they told me that I sell land, and I was confused. Very stupidity of the highest order, and no one is going back to such kind of the conditions. Because they know that, oh, we have Mogesi there, we have Ernesto there, we have Gintu there. They're going to be coming out to tell people the truth. Which kind of the truth? Yet we are the people who are selling yourselves. Right now, whatever can just talk about. Ernesto can ever fight it, but he cannot win it. Why am I saying so? The family's family is just the younger there, behind there. There are bigger brothers who are in front of him. And everybody, the biggest scam, the biggest thing that it's bringing some chaotic thing to Korean people or Korean culture or Korean boys. It's one that whenever you reach at a point, you can go, whenever you finish your Form 4, which is a grade 12, you can go and tell your father, I want this kind of a plot. I want a piece of plot for me. Because you are even given, because your father was given from the ancestrals, from the grand. So it's just inherited. So whenever you go and talk about, I want even me a piece of land, you are given. Maybe this kind of a person, maybe you never had any kind of a plan of, okay, talk about you don't have a job, you don't have anything, you have been introduced to liquor. The only thing that you can just do at a day, it's only drinking liquor as a substrate or a substance that can just ever maturize yourself. Yes, the Bible in Leviticus, it's saying men can even take some of wine so as it can just heal some of the stomach problems. Yes, it is there, but not consuming in large quantity. Why am I saying in large quantity? This kind of the people that are now told about, now go and take liquor, I'm giving you a 500. You know, whenever a person wants to get something very legit from you, what do? They come very closer to you and make sure that you are the target. Whatever you want, they need you, they need you, they need you. And whenever it reaches at a point, now you'll come to get the money, they will pay you in monthly installment, and whenever the money will not come again, you have eaten the other money and finished. The only money it's coming, it's not going to be invested. That's the fact. And why is Ernesto getting to this kind of the saga? It's because of this kind of the money will never do anything specific that you can go and see. This is what that money I sold the plot to do. If it's not for educational purposes, like right now, Obasa, she's going to school. If it's not money to pay for her and go and study, what again is it going to do? Just go to the liquor from one position to another, the local one, distilled liquor. Just to go and talk about, oh, I have seen somebody with big buttocks, I want to follow this kind of a lady. And whenever it comes to the scenario now, you have gone with such kind of a person and you have spent a lot of money. Now you are coming back to tell us, oh, Mogesi, where are you? Call again to come to this kind of the position. I tell you a story, stupidity of the highest order. Now it's going to be not happening. And which is now by faulting to this kind of the scenarios, because the people now are engaging to such kind of the selling of the plots with no intentions that, oh, there's a person who has money already is looking for the plot. Now I have a piece of a plot. Oh, can you buy so as you can buy a motorbike? And the people are being talked about, oh, just go and buy a motorbike. You know, you'll be riding and gaining money. For how long? If you don't even the maintenance of your own self, even you cannot have a self-esteem of your own self, what about the motorbike you're going to be having? So it's going to be so by faulting, and you're throwing yourself into an imbroglio already. And from throwing yourself into an imbroglio, it means that you're going to be throwing yourself into a pogromitic way. And for you to have the hemisick and pathogenic ordinancy, it's going to be coming in a way that you're going to be finding yourself coming back talking about, oh, Gintu is Gintu. I want to get Gintu and get and film a video here, and so as they can just tell people that this kind of the land was grabbed, and I was told that, oh, I have to be liquored or be given liquor, which is the distilled liquor, and so as you can just perform such kind of the ritual or the norms or the monthly installment and this and that, it's gonna not be happening again, because I've been thrown in such kind of the pogromitic ways and imbroglio, and I will not ever be thrown again. Because they're going to be using you, and whenever it reaches at a time like Matiko comes again to go under to the V, which is Lady J, talk about, oh, this kind of the people, they called me, they told me to say that Lady J had grabbed land. So it's something that is, it's awkward. And whenever then he goes there, he talks to the Lady J, then he comes back and tell us, oh, you know what, Lady J, you know, this kind of the boys, they called me, they told me this and this. Then you come back to us and tell us, oh, you know, I went there, I was given 400 shillings, I was given 200 shillings for the Christmas, and I was given this and this, I was given meat with Percy, and it was not enough. So Mickey Mouse, Mickey Dog, Mickey Cat, Mickey Donkey, Mickey Steve. So something which is not even coming to our own sense that talk about, oh, we're going to be by faulting this kind of the things, we're going to be doing this. So it's something that now we want to play as. So I have seen a phone was bought there, and Lady J bought a phone. And this kind of the phone we are talking about, it's a phone of less than $50 and thinking about we are just... If Lady J himself never bought himself a phone, it came as a surprise. And it was an iPhone, I don't know which, 13 or 14. Something like that. I don't know iPhone what. I don't know if 13 or 14. So they're just using such kind of the things that are coming from out, yet they're just taking $50 and talking about they're going to be going to buy a phone. Which kind of a phone is coming from Kenya? Which is a Chinese, talk about the Chinese phone. Which is, you know how Nairobi is, you know how the street is. You can go and talk about, I'm going to look for a phone, but whatever is coming out, only God knows. Such kind of the phone that's going to be coming out. So it's a phone that will be hanging It's a phone that it will not work. Talk about the connectivity is very poor. Talk about the operating on itself. It's having much of the things which are contradicting. So it's something that you cannot go and tell people. It's a surprise to somebody while you have taken somebody's wife already and you are just introducing hello baby there so as you can just be didizing and putting don't put such kind of innocent people to such kind of the scenarios. And it's because, you know, this kind of the boy called hello baby was ever been thrown. He has been thrown like 2 times already or 3 times already. Now you are just again bringing him closer and use the motorbike, because the fact about this kind of the family is using somebody, and this kind of the person, it's morely beneficial to you. Maybe hello baby has a motorbike that they're gonna be using. Look at the time that Lady J came to attack me, and Machete Man was called with the Lady J to come and talk about I have found Gintu, and whenever the Machete Man came, he was being carried with hello baby. So it was something which was by faulting again. So whenever we come to the simple result and simple occasion here to talk about, I'm not going to be intimidated nor insulted with any kind of a human creature like Cecil Mbogo, who is coming out to talk about this kind of the people going to be jailing them. Stupidity of the highest order. So if you cannot think, bring your brain and I can think for you. Even I can just give you the pants and I can even give you the underwears that even you don't have, because it's something that you want to, and you are using your daughter's money improperly. Because you ever told me, I can tell you this kind of the story. When I was, we went, the day I was called with this kind of a goon, so as you can just go to a certain hotel, so as you can just go there and enjoy and have a talk. Then he started promising me, oh, you know, I'll ever give you the sanitary needs, you know, this kind of the ladies. I will like the nature, we like this kind of the development, how we're going to be treating such kind of the ladies from east, west, southwest, and this, all the corners here. And he was telling me, you know, whenever you have a problem, if I go back to the US, you're going to be calling me and telling me, hey, Mr. Cecil, you know, have this and this, and they are going to be providing to you. For an in case that he knew that he had been sending some of the stupid cucumbers here, and everything had been backfired, because he knew that things from past, because they were not going correctly, it's gonna be backfiring to, and whenever Gintu gets the report, it's gonna be very hectic, and he had to call me and make sure that he's putting me in the box. So as whatever comes out, I'll never support, I'll never do anything, and I'll ever talk about this kind of the person is secure. And the real fact is one, I never do such kind of the things, because I understand myself and I know myself. I know my laws, I know my natures, I know my aptitude, I know my conscience. So there's no one can come out and insinuate my own affidavit. It can never happen. And what am I saying so? It means that people think about all this and this, because he ever told me that, you know, I have a daughter who is sponsoring me, who is giving me money, even this kind of the goggles. He had some of the goggles or the sunglasses that are recording. Even he recorded me. And I talked about, hey, let me see that video that you recorded. And he talked about it's transferring from there, and that's the nature. I know it. It's transferring from the sunglasses to the phone direct. So that kind of a video, it's saving in the sunglasses, and also it's saving in the phone. So if you are talking shit, it's going to be capturing you very easily. And that's the trick he wanted to use, so as I can speak myself that, oh, he was ever talking about, oh, don't fear, speak anything. So as whenever I speak something which is not to the camera, it's going to be capturing me. And I was not stupid. I told you I did security purposes. There's nothing you can ever challenge Gintu ever in this history. Because whenever we talk about, oh, in terms of security purposes, Gintu is there even in front of you. I did security department. I went for a training. And it was not even unto my own. And I talked about this is not the work I could do. I went to the catering team. And I talked about this kind of the catering. Now it's one that has brought me to Cecil on the area I am. And everything gonna be very fantastic. So guys, wherever you are, thank you very much for you watching the video from this kind of the position. I'm gonna be telling you much of the things I'm gonna be filing. And to this kind of the village report, the banana boy coming out from this kind of the position, gonna be coming to live. And it's one-on-one as the construction gonna be going on. And to that kind of the position I am. And I really salute and respect to everyone who's just watching the videos, not skipping the ads. So as you can just move together as a team and coming out as a reason to say that, oh, this is Nyabuhanse, this is how we go. And much of the people are talking about again to name this kind of the castle that's going to be coming out. Oh, my living God. Here we go, guys. I can just talk about What about I Leave It? Gintu has a house. So much of the names are coming. The NBI Castle, Nyabuanse Castle, the Village Castle, Hacienda Castle. So every kind of the names are coming in. I don't know which one do you prefer. And to the real fact is the name gonna be coming on its own. Whenever you can just talk about, oh, this is the name that are gonna be coming to our own timing, and you can just say that this is so fantastic coming out from this kind of the reason. And we say that kudos to everyone who has been watching and keeping tuned as we're gonna be going forward. Everyone who is watching this kind of the videos and subscribing, keep on subscribing us, because much of the people talked about we have to leave, but they're coming in, and I really appreciate for everyone. We are now getting to the